It's a warm welcome to you once again, and this is another wonderful Tuesday afternoon rather, and it's the 16th day of November 2021. My name is Gabriel Okonji, and of course, it is Business Digest. And as usual, I'm not alone. We just have 15 minutes to say hello. Frank, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. Straight on, we have a lot to talk about, Frank, and there's a lot on the OGIV. Things are happening in the society, so let's get to know what is on your table.
Well, the proposed introduction of excise duty collection on non-alcoholic drinks will see producers of items lose about 1.9 trillion naira in revenue between 2022 and 2025. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, revealed this at the LMS Blue Business Discourse on extreme proposed excise duty regime for carbonated beverages in a recovery economy. I don't know what you understand by this,
yes,
but for me, it means that federal government is introducing excise duty on non-carbonated imports, meaning that those who produce water, those who produce mineral drinks, or all those soft drinks and stuff
that we used to relax,
that the common man on the street needs to relax. Not just the common man, everybody needs it. Now I think I stumbled on an information that pure water will go as high as 50 naira. Do you subscribe to that?
That is exactly what is on my table right now.
Oh, okay, you have a
story as well. That the members of the Water Producers Association of Nigeria, WAPAN, and the Association of Table Water Producers of Nigeria, ATWA, have said that about 20,000 jobs would be lost if the federal government goes ahead to implement the proposed excise duty on the carbonated water. You see, there are indications that the cost of pure water may rise from 20 naira to 50 naira per sachet. If with this policy. Now, the House of Reps Committee on Finance had, in August 2021, resolved that it would amend the Finance Act to include levies on all carbonated and non-carbonated drinks. Now, speaking at an event in Lagos, the national president of the WAPAN, Mr. Emery Jackson, said the introduction of levies on chemicals for the production of water would have a multiple effect on the economy. He advised the government to first consult widely next year before any such decision. Adding that there are no doubts that the price of pure water would rise from 20 naira to about 50 naira. Now, the national president of the Association for Table Water Producers of Nigeria, ATWA, Mrs. Clementina Ateve, said that the group's membership has declined by 16,000 owing to various economic challenges, even when the price of table water per unit had recorded over 150% increase in price in the last 2 years. So she called on the government to suspend the idea of introducing excise duty on both carbonated and non-carbonated beverages. Like Frank has already said, we will be dealing with export issues, from customs, import duties rather, and all of that. From customs also trying to even find a way to build in the e-economy to drive in, getting all of these charges. But today, we want to focus on pure water production because water is about the commonest thing on earth.
Yes.
It's supposed to be as free as free. To discuss with us is the National Secretary of the ATWA, Association of Table Water Producers of Nigeria, Delta State Chapter. His name is Mr. Gilbert Okonji. Mr. Gilbert, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Yes, I'm fine, thank you, sir. And how are you? Now, you've heard the reports, and I know, fortunately as well, you are not just a producer of bottled water, you're also a financial
stakeholder.
So you'll be able to help us in this direction. First of all, the excise duty being put on carbonated water. You're going to help to express whether that is necessary, whether that is good for the society, because now the duties are not focused on the manufacturers, but they are focusing on charging the manufacturers who will eventually, bring the cost on the final consumer. What's your take on it, sir?
First of all, I have to thank you for mediating on this most important issue. And I also quickly call I'm the State Secretary for now, I'm from Delta State, not national.
Okay, Delta State.
Yes. To be very honest with you, the pure water industry has suffered a whole lot in the hands of the government. The mortality rate in pure water is so amazing that anybody who thinks of increasing the burden on the average Nigerians must have to think twice. Pure water, as you rightly said, is not supposed to be for the rich. It is supposed to be a necessity, not a luxury. As we speak, my good brother, 70% of the people who have actually started the pure water business have gone under. The mortality rate is very, very high. Unfortunately, government does not even understand how this pure water industry fares. That is why on their own they can legislate and then pass on the buck to everybody. To set up an average pure water pathway in Nigeria, as I speak with you, will cost you close to about 15 million.
15 million?
15 million. You are talking about factory, you are talking about trucks, you are talking about borehole, you are talking about infrastructure, things that you have to put in place before the pure water factory can come to life. Beyond that, the pure water industry is very, very overregulated. You have the local government agencies here and there, you have the emblem, you have the state, you have the environmental. Everybody assumes that pure water is a multi-billion naira project when people can just wake up tomorrow and begin to make their money. Some of us will actually be enslaved when we enter into this industry in the first instance. We read from the books that once you start a pure water party, in the next 1 or 2 months, you've already covered all your overhead, all your costs, and begin to make profit. But on ground, my good brother, that is not true. And I challenge the government, if any of them can set up a pure water factory and run it, they will know that this government is a very sincere government. If any of them in Delta State, in Anambra, all these states, let government come out and set up their own pure water factory and let us see how far they can go. So people, government thinking about trying to increase the excise duty on non-carbonated minerals, it's just an overkill. Somebody said that about 20,000 jobs will be lost. Now what you said earlier?
Yes.
It is far more than that. I move on. When you say jobs are lost, the question is now, what are the available options? Even now that they are not increasing, what has happened? A whole lot of people on the street, kidnapping and robbery. There are no employment. So for you to even talk about increasing the excise duty on that, when jobs are lost, government will have to suffer because the rate of crime will be on the increase. You cannot expect graduates who have suffered all their life to come and start on the pure water, but just to keep the body and soul together. And you sell them out of the city and you want them to fill their arms. No, it cannot happen.
All right.
You have to recourse to the sources of making their own money.
Mr. Koji, yes, I think I'm on the same page with you. Let me just tell you what Mr. Fred Chiazo, the chairman of Fruit Juice Producers, a branch of Manufacturers Association, is saying. He said a 39.5% will be lost due to imposition of new taxes on non-carbonated and carbonated beverages.
Yeah.
So in agreeing with what you said, that we will lose far more than 20,000 jobs, the chairman here agrees with you and said it is even far more, 39.5%.
That is my good brother. Let me tell you the truth. In Asaba, I hope you are talking about Asaba.
Yes.
Yes.
It's terrible. In Delta State alone, go to the NAPAC office. When we came on board and we made the Delta State government, we are talking about the whole local government area. They are asking us to pay, they call it local government fee, agency fee and things and so on, to can produce and sell. We now brought out the list from inception, 2012. We were over 927 members. As we speak, my good brother, we are less than 200.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
And the 200 you are talking about, more than 50% of them are going about. They come out once in a while and go and sleep. pure water industry is no longer a viable alternative. That is why nobody has been able. It's not just for you to legislate. How many of them are able to monitor the quality of the pure water industry in Nigeria?
I agree with you.
How many? You are busy on the street, disturbing the people that are producing pure water. Have you got to look at people from the remote areas? How do they tell someone that drink pure water? Some rain water. I just say that the government, you don't make money from people's blood. You make money from ingenious invention in things that will yield dividends, things that can bring out the best incentive for people. You have not provided any incentive for pure water industry. At all. No incentive. All they are interested in tax to draw for them. In civilized economy, civilized government, you give them soft loans. You give them concession. So that these people can produce subsidize, the average Nigerians can be happy.
Exactly.
It is not done here in Nigeria. No. If they may go to and are interested in making money from roots. Which one is more important to Nigerians? The roads or the water? People don't drink water, how can they survive? So those can check to transport, those can check. But how many people can stay in a day without water? How many? What kind of government are we talking about? It's not just see, there is no need for us to protest as whether if government increase the research that we're going to 39% jobs or whatever we lost. It's not enough. There is going to be a revolution. Then we rise and talk. It will happen. It can happen. A government is expensive.
Yes, Mr. Gilbert.
Yes.
We really appreciate. I think that we have to come back on this matter because our time is fast spent, and you're actually making a very serious point. But just one quick one for us before we go, just in 1 minute. What is the way forward? Because like if you mentioned giving incentives, so instead of the federal government implementing taxes and charges, what kind of soft landing ground can you encourage people to go into a business like this?
Very good. Pure water factory is one of the best ways to bring up jobs for the people who have not been able to get stable employment from the government. Government should be able to give what we call soft loans at very low interest rate, so that people who are jobless can actually go to SME. People can go there and invest and begin to employ.
Yes.
Go to the people that are employed. Let me ask you, what is that? Tell me how much is the month they take home? That's why 20,000 workers. So then go home with 10,000 per month. 75,000 as our baggers, our drivers. These are people that we just said that they should come on board so they cannot be into going to extra doing extra things that will hammer the economy of the country.
Yes.
Crime, criminality, and all those things.
Yeah. Oh, we are afraid this is the much we can take from Mr. Gilbert, and he has done a great job there. Frank?
Yes, he has. If this government is a government that is taking water from the people, like Gilbert actually rightly said, you don't make money from the people's blood. You make money from ingenious creativity.
Yes.
So we appeal to the government to step down decision to overcharge the manufacturers of carbonated water.
All right, this is the much we can take to come your way same time on Friday. Like we said, business is everything.
Business